So many people will have the generic and just, have you got any recruiters in today before I start slating recruitment?
Do we have any recruiters? And let's keep it nice and safe just in case.
Nothing too bad.
Can't talk about recruiters. Yeah, no recruiters.
Everyone's probably seen the recruitment posts of either just got back from holiday and feeling refreshed with a load of hot leads, or something along the lines of, I've got this exciting role launching this week that everyone's going to jump straight towards. And it's the same thing every single post. Or even lead magnets. I booked 40 meetings this week because I used this random sales tool that they've paid me to write about. Ultimately, you can read through those and see straight through them almost immediately. And typically, when you get people that are consistently posting on LinkedIn and they build a following, not just from engagement, but also leads, it's because people are seeing them as a voice in the space. And a lot of that comes from authenticity, which comes from you writing stuff that you believe in and stuff that you're willing to have a conversation about. If you're just dumping something on for the sake of writing a LinkedIn post, 9 times out of 10, it's not worth writing. Hopefully
Mhm.
that helps.
I love that, Matt. I think just like to chime in a little bit because I've met and perhaps some people on this call where there is that little bit of fear of pressing post on a LinkedIn post, and it's, oh, there's this massive audience, people are watching me, what are people going to say? And a few weeks ago, I was on a webinar with a lady called Amelia Sordell, and her point is just fucking post. Because the thing is, you may have a really cool idea or perspective or opinion on something, and there may be somebody else out in the world that shares that opinion as well. But you have to think about it. Your future job prospects, your future investors, your future customers, they're all out there. But unless you post, then you're not going to bring any familiarity to who you are. And, posting, you don't have to like do it every single day, but having a regular, consistent time where you're just sharing an insight, sharing an idea or something like that, just get over the fear of what other people think. Because to be honest, everybody's just busy in themselves. So they're not going to have too much of opinion. So just post it. Like I've been posting a few years on LinkedIn, but I used to be fearful of sharing, what company I was working with, or if an SDR got some sort of success, or I helped somebody get a promotion. I was like, oh, that's company secret stuff. But then by me posting that, that helped attract more people towards myself as well. So just post if you feel comfortable. And, to Matt's point, if you're confused as to what should you share, look at the people that you look up to. What do they talk about? What are the passions that attract you to those sorts of people as well? Cool.
To add on just a final bit and to give like a tip to help, like I know I answered that habit by saying like basically when not to post. One of the things that helped me with consistently posting is whether you use your notebook or scheduled posts on LinkedIn. Both of those are golden, but the scheduled posts especially.
Mm.
So whenever I'm out and about and I get an idea about a post, or even if I see someone else's and I go, oh, this has inspired me, or it's more often the case if I've had a couple of pints of Guinness and I get a wacky idea, I'll normally not want to just launch that straight away. I'll normally want to review it and make sure it's something I actually want to communicate. I will normally write a draft of the post, just what's ever in my head at that time, and I'll schedule it for 2, 3 months ahead in the future.
Mm.
And then what I'll do is whenever I have a day that I'm like, oh, I've not posted in a while, let's put something out there. At any point, I've probably got about 40 scheduled posts that a lot of it is just complete jargon. And some of it, like you would read, and it wouldn't make any sense to anyone but myself. But I can have a look at that and I can go, oh, yeah, like this was an idea that I had a comment just about, I don't know. There was one that I've got sitting at the moment about tipping culture in America from when I was in the States. But it's just sat there and it's ready for me to edit it, review it, and hit post whenever I'm ready to. And it just becomes a bank of LinkedIn posts, like any kind of content that I want to throw out there, even video ideas. If I'm going, oh, this could be a cool thing to record one day, I'll make a note in my scheduled posts. I'll schedule it for 2 months in the future. And then I've just got to make sure that I'm checking it daily to make sure that one of them doesn't slip through the net. But if you've followed me for a while, you'll see that does often happen. So you've got to be careful with that to review and make sure you're actually checking. But LinkedIn does also tell you when you've got a scheduled post coming out the next day. So it's really good to review that and use that as your own little notebook to create individual posts whenever you have like a content drought.